Hey guys, kens97sto171 back with another ATS video. We got a long one this time. We are back in the most fuel efficient truck I can find, or so far have built. This Kenworth T680, Cummins X15 Efficiency, 500 horsepower, mated with an Eaton 18-speed automatic, 215 gear ratio. We've got a pretty long trip, pace pretty good. It's only 28,000 pounds, so it's a little bit lighter, but it's long and should be relatively easy going. We'll see. It's 28,000 pounds, pays $236,000. So I'm already here, already picked up the load, ready to go. It's 6 p.m., so we're going to be doing some night driving, at least to start with, and it'll be what are those, like potatoes or something right there? That's wild. So here we go.
Let's do this.
I already reset the fuel economy. Oh, my steering wheel's not quite in the right spot. There we go. Turning right.
Turn right. Keep right, and then turn right.
So,
turn right.
Move this microphone out of my way a little bit here. So, a couple of things I've done, tried today. We're still using the external view. I kind of think I like that better, rather than just looking right at my face. I don't know. We'll see. Still streaming in 1080p. Find out if that's a mistake. I don't think.
Go straight on.
I don't think streaming in 1440 is going to really work. I'm not really sure. I discovered that the old software I used, OpenTrack, can do head tracking all by itself using neural net head tracking that was built in. I had no idea. I gave it a whirl.
Go straight on.
It does work, but I'm going to have to seriously figure out what the settings need to be for that to work properly. And just going back and forth between what I've got here with Beam Eye Tracker and OpenTrack, I was finding when you'd go way up top like this, it would wig out and start flipping around and doing weird shit. And I tried changing some things. So I may investigate, go online later and see, you know, what are the best settings for, what are the best settings, and see if somebody has a set. Because it'd be cool. I ran both, and I mean, you guys can't see it, but I have a CPU utilization up here, and I think the neural net beam OpenTrack uses a bit less CPU, but that doesn't help if it doesn't work well. It also seemed like OpenTrack, the Beam Eye Tracker that I'm using right now, was a little smoother. When the hell do we get on the fucking highway? Oh my god, really? There's no way across. There's no way across right here. There's a mountain range, I think, between here. So we're going to be on back roads for quite a while, unfortunately. We might be able to run across this to 5. No. Be nice to get on the I-5 right away. You know. Really too bad there's not a cut through right here. There is one up here, but... Yep. The fact that it's not suggesting this, that might be... Might not even be a real road. So, okay. Whoa. Stream still seems to be going good. Put a 30-second delay on the stream, but that didn't really help me. The problem I have is I got to hit start stream, look at the YouTube tab to make sure it actually starts, and then go back to ATS. So what I would need to do is have YouTube on a split on one side of the screen versus the other. Oh my god. That was my fault. I thought you could see my monitor over here, and I looked over there, and then the light turned red. God dang it. That's why you don't get distracted when you're driving. You look away and the light turns and the AI traffic slams on the brakes, even though no one in real life would do that. The one advantage on the open track is that it recenters the view much faster. Lights are on or not. That's horn. Can't really tell whether the high beams are going on or not. sim dashboard is still occasionally going to 0. I think what's happening is I'm getting a notification coming on the phone. It's really weird though, it wasn't doing that the last time. And now nothing is different on the settings. Been on this road in real life. Beautiful. A clock timer. Should have looked at the time. This is going to be a long trip, longer than I want to do on a single stream, so I think when we get to like maybe half the distance, Pacific Ocean.
Go straight on.
Move that a little bit farther away from me. My leg was a little crunched up. We're averaging 6.7 miles per gallon doing all this shit still. It downshifted because of the Jake brake turned on. I can turn that off. Not the fun part. In real life, this would be interesting to drive. So I got a shipping notification. My my new panel lights should be here tomorrow. So that should help with the lighting in here. It'll help with the face tracking, and the camera in general will better image. Let's see, how far along are we? God. Still got a fucking ways to go. We've only gone, like, through here. Be really interesting to know whether this is an actual road. You know, would you be better off to cut through the town to get over to the 5? Or would you just be better off to run down? See, this looks mostly smooth through here versus that stuff. You know, but it might not be. Well, don't worry about it when we get down there. Oh. Here comes the fucking town. Oh my goodness. By the way, driving around through small towns like this in real life, you know, would be cool. In the simulator, it's a little, especially at night where you can't see anything. Weird how it went to like 2-lane divided highway there. 4-lane divided highway. I'd really like to know why that cooling fan's cooking on. The coolant temperature is 175 degrees. That cooling fan does not need to come on yet. I'm betting it's just randomly programmed to come on sometimes. Need to try to remember to ask ChatGPT, why is the cooling fan coming on my truck in ATS? A long day, guys. I've been up for quite a long time. About 18 hours at this point. But I'm saying I think we'll stop at some point and I'll break the video in half. Man, it is really dark. Even with the high beams on, it's not really showing anything. What would really suck is to be in a car stuck behind a semi going on this road, slow like we are. That would really suck. There are a lot of little pull-offs right here, and there are in real life too. I did a road trip and went down the Pacific Coast Highway from Seattle all the way to Big Sur. God, that's years ago. And couldn't go any farther than that because the road was closed. You had to turn around and go over the mountain. And then I just went over the mountain to I-5 and hauled ass back to home territory. But it's really cool. I mean, up in the Oregon section, the road is pretty close to the water, and you can park on the side and go put your feet in the water. Once you get into California, you're on cliffs above the, high above the water. You can't get close to the water really. So I kind of enjoyed the Oregon section just because it was a little more personal experience. The part in California was beautiful scenic view, that's for sure. At one point I got to camp on the beach in the car. I did a little car camping and ate at a nice little restaurant and asked the manager where I could sleep for the night in my car, and he's told me just drive around the back of the restaurant and park right on the beach. I was like, okay. So I got to spend the night sleeping with the sound of the water. It was cool. Crunch. We're averaging 8 miles per gallon doing this shit. That's amazing. We are going slow, and I'm not using that much throttle, actually. On the really hilly parts I am, but... inspection station. Well, I'm curious, so let's go ahead and pull in and see what we weigh. Should be light.
Finding a new route. Keep left.
Wow. Yeah, we're light. 65,000. It seems really light, actually. What the hell is this thing in front of us here? Oh, it must be like the rest area section. Okay. I was trying to figure out, like... freeway entrance is that way. That it's 65, so maybe we made the right choice staying over here. And now it says 55. bother? Why do you have a 4-lane highway, divided highway there, for like 2 miles? I don't know.
Go straight on.
Guys can't see it, but one thing that's nice is I can stretch my legs out like that. When I'm on the highway and I'm on the cruise control, I can kind of do this and like move my feet around and just stretch out a little bit. When you're doing back roads like this, you got to stay on the throttle, and it gets a little.
Go straight on.
Out of Spec Bits did a Out of Spec is a great YouTube channel. They do a lot of electric car stuff and other vehicle stuff too, but they had a nice little piece on the new Tesla Semi. Well, not the new, but information on the Tesla Semi. Supposed to start doing full production, mass production, sometime pretty soon.
Go straight on.
Looks like they redesigned the headlights and some other things. So they were just talking about the details that they know. It'll do, on the charging side, 1.2 megawatt charging average. 2 different battery pack sizes.
Go straight on.
Based on, it gave some range figures and the efficiency numbers, and so they were able to do a basic calculation. There's going to be 2 battery packs, a big one and a small one. The big one's about 850 kilowatt hours, and the other one is, my God, motherfucker. God. That you don't stop for, if you're a semi, you do not stop for lights like that. It was yellow and he slammed on his brakes. Just do not do that shit. Run the fucking yellow. So 500 miles of range with the big battery. 23,000 pounds is what the tractor weighs. On the smaller battery version with 500 kilowatt hours on board, it's under 20,000 pounds. Just the tractor. Battery electric semis can have a 82,000 pound max weight rating. They get a little extra leniency. So it'd be Pepsi. Pepsi has quite a few of them, and Lay's. But those are not like full production models. I think they're sort of test fleet lease vehicles, or they're not really sure, but they're not production vehicles. So. For long haul stuff, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. But if there are dedicated routes that companies do, on the regular, like Tesla runs from their Fremont, California plant to Arizona and to Texas. They have some regular routes that they do back and forth. You install charging at appropriate distances for your own truck routes, and also make it available to the public. That's what Pepsi did. They installed chargers, at their facilities. Those trucks leave from a common location. They go out and do their, Pepsi deliveries, and then come back to that same facility. sometimes they make multiple trips per day. And I just saw a video from Pepsi that said they actually installed more charging than they needed. They put, I think, 4 or 5 big, more than, megawatt charging stations. And what they found is they don't really need them. The average charge time they're finding is about 30 minutes, where they thought it might be closer to an hour. So they put in more chargers, but sort of a test case for them too. They wanted to see how it works, learn some things. Pretty cool, but the truck's been very successful for them, and that's the perfect use case for a truck like that. You charge up at the depot overnight. Some of those trucks run 24/7, and in that case, if it only takes 45 minutes to charge enough to do the route, it's almost the lunch break between drivers. Pretty easy. Or you stage it so that one truck's charging. Yeah, there's ways to do that stuff, and that must be the, no, it isn't. That road, there's no road there. And we're past the cut through we were gonna do anyway, so. I saw that road right there that goes nowhere. The hell does that say? Truckers reduce speed. Okay. Does not need a downshift there. Peak torque in this engine is 950 RPM. Well, I really hadn't thought about how slow it would be to get this Oh, there comes the rain. That's just what I fucking needed. Rain on a twisty, curvy mountain road. That's just great. Did you guys ever see The Office Space? That would be great. Did you get that memo? The movie's hilarious. Especially if you've ever worked in an office. If you could just come in on Saturday, that would be great. Oh yeah, and Sunday too. Thanks. Cars don't hurry up and pass. You ever get an opportunity like that where there's 2 lanes and there's a passing zone? Put your foot in the fucking throttle and accelerate and get past the trucks. Just so you know.
Right, and then continue straight on. Go straight on.
One part of the game I don't really love is when lights shine down on wet pavement in the game, it has this weird sparkly texture out on the asphalt that's totally not realistic. I understand what they're trying to go after, but it doesn't really come off right. The cars behind me are going slower than I am. Go, cars. Do what that guy did. Oh my goodness. That was almost a wreck. That was lightning. Did you guys see that? Gotta be careful. You can jackknife in the rain in the game. It does calculate traction. Gotta be a little scared to turn the wheel more than I did there. Wow. That's cool. That's that new brutal weather thing that you see at the beginning of the game when it loads. It's a mod. Well, the sun will start coming up pretty soon.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? The weather. Okay, see the little sparkles where the lights, where the overhead lights are? Well, maybe you won't now. They're little like white sparkly things on the asphalt, and it's the reflection of the overhead lights on the wet road. Sunlight will do it too. Which doesn't look realistic in my mind. Lightning really is blinding when it flashes, but, you know, it is in real life. To upshift. Until we get on I-5, though, I'm not going to put it in manual mode and force it, because we still got curves ahead of us, and let's see how far along we are. Yeah, we still got... Oh, we're getting there. It's just right here. And it looks like it's going to be interstate all the way, basically. Yeah, so we might be able to... Let me go in and put it in manual mode. And then we can force it up a gear. So we can force it up 2 gears. See, this would be nice because, you know, in California where you can only go 55, you'd be sitting right about peak torque and 1,000 revs, which is what you would want to do. But if you're going faster, you got 2 more gears. You get, you know, at 80...
Keep right, and then turn right.
At 85, we were turning right about 1,100 reps, which is really good. You know? See, it really does not need a downshift to do that. It can handle that just fine, especially a short little hop. It would have downshifted in automatic mode there, you know. We're gonna do the same thing we did before and do 5 over. We should be on I-5. Well, you know what? Let's keep it at 55 for now, because I don't think we're on I-5 yet. think this is the longest. Here comes the bridge. There's water. Here you would be, since you know you're about to get to the crest of the hill, you're better off to just let it lug a little bit. Or on 900 revs, we're just a little under peak torque. You're not going to damage the engine by doing that. Maybe if you got it down to like 500 RPM, you wouldn't damage the engine, but it would start to really lose momentum. But you're better off to just lug it up the hill. If you can see the crest of the hill, you're almost there, rather than downshifting, revving it up, and then re-upshifting again. Just let it roll. Sometimes when it's in automatic mode, it doesn't do that. It likes to downshift and then re-up, and then it won't re-upshift. And this is the longest I think I've ever seen it rain.
Keep left.
I've got the rain set to like 18%, I think. I'm gonna check. I'm pretty sure I got the rain set to 18%. Gives me a break too to, let's see. All right, where the hell is it? Under graphics. Textures. Okay. That's really weird. I would have thought it would have been under gameplay. Oh, right there. Rain probably was right in the first thing. Yeah, I got it set as 15%. That's what I thought. But man, it's been raining. Been raining a while. I forgot to hit the cruise control resume button. Are we on 5 now? No, we're still on 580. Nope. 17 was a little too tall. Here again, revs are falling. A little under 900 revs, but you're at the crest of the hill. It'll just catch right back up. Just let it roll. Those are the loading cranes, I think, for ships. Those triangle things. Stretching my legs out, guys. It's kind of ridiculous. I drove all damn night, and then I came home and I drive some more in the simulator.
Keep right, and then turn right.
That's what I thought.
Turn right.
It's at 45 through there.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
I lied, we're gonna go 65. Planning on doing 5 over, and for trucks it's 55 for trucks in California. But 65 puts us right at 1,000 revs. About 12 miles per gallon instant right there. Straight and flat at 65. It's pretty amazing. We're sitting at 10 miles per gallon average.
Keep left.
Most of the semis in the game are going to be going 55. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to give it up here pretty soon. I've been sitting too long, starting to feel it in my legs a little bit more. Also, I really ought to go to bed. Let's try to get to the end of California, though, if we can. We get around this curve, we'll see where we are. See where we are. Yeah, it won't take us that long. I mean, we just entered the highway right here. So, be nice to get into Arizona and then call it. That would be from there. You know, it's almost halfway. Phoenix is probably more halfway, but that's close enough. Let's try to get to the end of California, see how I feel. My legs keep hurting, and we'll quit. I think this might be the longest trip I've ever done. No, I did one that was 2,500 miles. So a little bit more than this, but not much. Still raining. That's wild. I wonder if that brutal weather thing, you know, overrides the... I'm rubbing the back of my calf on the chair, trying to massage it a little bit. I wonder if that brutal weather, like, overrides the weather setting in the game. This speed limit 75, truck's 55 is the stupidest shit ever. Differential speed does not make the highway safer. It just means all the cars are flying by you and passing you, and it jumbles up the highway. It's the worst thing you can possibly do. You know, in Europe, there's not really a choice because the roads don't allow it. The twists turns, you know. 80, 90 kph, kilometers per hour is about what you need to do to stay safe. But in the US, that's not the case, you know. You could be rolling 70 through here and it wouldn't make any difference. It's not a dangerous situation. You know, in Texas, I could run across the highway at 5 over the speed limit and be rolling in the left lane. But here, there might be cars behind me that I'm holding up because they want to go 75. And I want to go 65, but these guys on the right lane want to go, you know, going 55. And in California, in real life, I would go 55 too. I'm not going to risk a ticket. But I'm just saying the differential speed is fucking stupid. Hey, guys. Curious. We've got some hills and shit here, but you know, it'd be interesting to run just run 65 all the way across, you know, just to see what the fuel economy would be running at 65. Problem is, I don't know. I wonder if it could handle one more gear up. Maybe. That's 820. Looking at the fuel economy, see what the instant, to see if it went up significantly when I would drop up the gear there. And you got some dumb fuck in the left lane here.
Keep right, and then exit right. Right.
Not really sure why it does this. It's a bypass, but it just follows along the side of the same road. So I don't really understand what the fuck the point is. The road isn't really any different slope. That lane, no. That lane collapses. And we just merge right back onto the same fucking section of highway. It's a little bit less of a hill right there, maybe, but, like, I don't know. Burn a little fuel here. This is where being a little bit lighter, we don't have as much cargo. We are definitely lighter than the other two videos we did. We're 28,000 pounds versus 44, so it's, I think it's 28. What does it say? Yeah, 28, that's what I thought. It is a little steep for 65 there, but... Really excited to see the rest. Once we get out of California and we can run more open, you know, more road like this, but at whatever speed. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep it at 65 the whole time. I don't know. It'll take longer to do the trip.
Keep right, and then turn right.
See,
turn right.
Here's another one. Why? What is going on here? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to follow the nav. It says all trucks. But I suspect... Why is it 45 through there? Maybe that's why.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit
Are
right.
we taking 10? Yeah, oh, we're already on 10. 10, and then we'll be in, okay.
Keep left.
By the way, when it says trailers, that means even pickup trucks like that hauling a boat have to go 55. It's fucking ridiculous. Now my butt's starting to hurt from sitting in the chair too long. Airplane flying overhead there. That was cool. Shouldn't be too long till we're heading out of the state. Surprised my headset's lasted this long.
Keep left.
About halfway, because it was a 2,500 or 2,300 mile trip. Oh, they got a TA right there. That's cool. I haven't seen the welcome to Arizona sign yet, so I think we're still in California. Sorry guys, my legs really start not feeling good. 70, 55. Well, we know we're in California because we got a dumbass 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. One problem, you got to scratch your nose, and it messes with the looked at a couple of the other trackers. One of them is Toby 5, but that one mounts to the bottom of your screen, and it has a maximum screen size of 35 inches, so that won't help me. We're playing on a 75-inch TV, so... there's one that you can mount things to the side of your helmet right here. Your headset. It's got infrared lights that shoot forward, and then it's got a receiver. But it uses that OpenTrack software also as its receiver. So, I don't know. It's at 192. Bus and an RV. An RV and a semi in the left lane there, going 55. Should be getting pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. And there's a checkpoint. And if not, there's a scale house right there. We don't need fuel yet. We might not even need fuel for the whole trip, actually, because we're not even halfway empty. So we'll use this scale house, I think. We could pull into the truck stop, too. Welcome to Arizona. Las Vegas Sphere. Still a little bit over half a tank of fuel, and we're halfway there, so don't really need fuel. On the other side, so it's right up here, and then we'll be done, guys. I know it's a long video. No, here's the truck stop right there. It's a Love's. But we're probably gonna have to go into the scale house anyway. And if not, we can pull in for, we'll pull in anyway.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
We already know what we weigh, but we're going to pull up right here. Actually, we'll just pull right over here in the dirt. .7 miles per gallon so far. Pretty impressive. Alright guys, that'll be it for this video. It was a long one. We're halfway there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope the stream went well. And it hasn't just not been doing it this whole time. You guys be safe out there and have a good one. Talk to you guys later.